welcome to Culture Shock on FCTV. I am your host, Grace, and on our show today is Brandon.
Hi.
Hello, Brandon. Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Alrighty, so let's just get down to the questions because I am so interested to hear everything that you have to say about this topic.
At least someone is.
At least, yes, absolutely. So, what do you think the purpose of film is?
I think film, besides telling a story and entertaining audiences, is another way of artists to have their vision seen and displayed.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, what do you think is the most positive and negative thing that film influences on people who watch it?
I think film can influence someone to change. For the better, whether a film will inspire someone to do better or to get through their situation. And film can also inspire someone to, I seen he looked cool doing drugs, so let me go and start going to cocaine. Next thing you know,
oh yeah,
meth.
Definitely. Yeah, I could definitely see how that has a negative impact on young people as well.
Exactly,
I'm guessing with the drugs and absolutely.
Minds that are easily influenced.
Yes, the vulnerable. Yes, absolutely. So, how do you think film and time work as far as reflecting society at that point in time?
I think you can get like a good little freeze frame. You can see what people were thinking during that time, whether it's like an underlying message in the film or something more ham-fisted in your face. You can see where people were, what was going on during the time period it was made.
Oh, okay. So even with time period movies, like back in the 50s, you get an understanding of the mentality that they had then, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Interesting, interesting. So have you seen any films recently that are a good representation of our time now?
It's kind of hard. A lot of the things have been like period pieces and sci-fi. I can't really pinpoint a specific one I've seen. So that'd be my answer to that.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I have a question for you. Have you seen Black Panther?
Yes, I have.
So would you say that has a reflection of what society believes today?
A little bit. I think it's very much of the film in Black Panther is very much an isolationism type of thing. If you're too isolated, it's good for you, but it might not benefit some other people.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So, speaking of, considering the current political climate that we are in, do you think the perception of film and art as a whole has changed?
Yes, I think so. You see a lot more people are willing to put their viewpoints more in your face in their art now to get a message across.
Yeah.
Whether that's a good or a bad thing, I think depends on the person who's looking at it.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. It depends on the people who are portraying that. So we'll be right back for a commercial because I am very interested. So you'll hear us soon. Alrighty, now that we are back, we can go jump into the questions again. So thank you so much again.
No problem.
So how do you think film can impact culture?
I think in a lot of ways, like Black Panther, you see a resurgence in Afrocentric things in media. It could reflect Dope, that film that came out a few years ago.
Oh, yes,
also.
amazing.
So you can see it in whether it's music, art, or even the way people dress, fashion.
Oh, absolutely. The Afrofuturism has definitely impacted, and you can tell even for Halloween,
Yeah.
you can tell a lot of people are going to be dressing up like Black Panther.
Or one of the characters from the film.
Exactly, exactly. You are a filmmaker, correct?
Yes, I am.
How important is it for filmmakers to understand that the power that they obtain?
I think it's very important. You want to be very careful in any messages you put out in your film.
Absolutely.
You want to keep in mind that people may be influenced by it, and that influence may cause them to go and do an action, commit an action of some sort.
Oh, okay. So there's a limit to the power that they should have is kind of what I'm getting from your...
Yeah, in a way.
In a way?
In a way.
Interesting. Okay. So is there a downside to this power that you're referring to?
I think so. I mean, that downside comes in the form of like propaganda films. World War II, propaganda was very huge.
Absolutely.
That power can do a lot.
Okay, alrighty. So now being a viewer of the films that you will possibly create in the future, what kind of things as viewers can we do to further enjoy more influential films or ones that have a societal impact?
I think you got to keep an open mind to everything.
Okay, open mind.
That's the key to everything. You keep an open mind, whether you agree with the message or not. You can come out from a film with something new.
Despite opinions.
Despite opinions.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Okay. So where do you see film is going, just the art of it in general, is going within the next 5 to 10 years?
I think you're going to see a lot more message-oriented, very political message-oriented with how the climate is.
Absolutely. And I think that's needed, don't you say?
I believe so. And from both sides. So we can see, so people can have an understanding instead of clashing, we can come together and find a happy medium.
Oh, a common ground is kind of is where you would prefer for both sides to
exactly, because we don't need more clashing. We need to come together.
You're right. The goal of film, I think, should be the common ground.
To bring people together.
Oh,
to enjoy.
That's amazing. I wish more filmmakers had that perception that you have, actually. So, do you have any films personally that you would like to recommend that you found that has a unique perspective on culture and society, that has that perspective of both sides? Like, what films come across your mind when they're in question?
This is hard.
Good, challenging questions.
Challenging. It's easy to talk a big game, but oof. Black Panther, you get very Afrocentric.
Yeah, the Afrofuturism, yes.
Yeah. As well as, dope. You guys see urban culture. This is hard. I can't think of one right now. Think of more.
Alrighty, that's okay. So what are some things that you would like to see change in the industry from an artistic standpoint?
Again, more open-minded.
Okay.
More, instead of like one viewpoint, different viewpoints. I want to see different,
just the variety, basically.
More variety from different filmmakers. Because filmmakers, if everyone thinks the same, nothing will stand out unless it deviates from that.
Oh, okay. So it kind of sounds like you're striving for diversity.
Diversity of opinions, yeah.
Oh, interesting. Back again, I really wish more filmmakers thought that way.
Yeah.
A lot would be changes of your goals. I think the goal would be there, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we will be back. We're going to take a short commercial break, but I'll be right back to answer some great questions. Yes.